Did we start the stream?
Don't know. People are saying it's not started, even in the help us chat.
Did Nick start?
Oh my god. Seriously? Seriously? It's not working. The stream is not working, guys.
One sec. I thought Nick was gonna do go live, but it's possible we didn't. Okay, I just clicked start streaming. It should be live now. I'll do the intro. Hey tankers, we're really sorry for the delay. We've had some technical issues with the YouTube channel and the stream, so we're really sorry about that. And we'll pick up right now. I'm commentating today with the Legend, and so far there are 3 minutes remaining in the first round. The format is Barda Light. All-Kind, of course, are starting on red side, while Vavilon are on the blue side. Vavilon currently are winning 1-0, but Irwin Fighter is coming in. Looks like he might be able to return. He's full health now because he's taken the health kit, and he does return. There's still 2.5 minutes left, so plenty of time for All-Kind to recover.
Yeah, we have just 2 minutes left, and Vavilon is taking the lead by having one flag.
But Irwin Fighter is pulling flag. He's one shot now behind the base. Direct hit is able to kill him, but it looks like All-Kind have complete control of their base, and Vavilon will not be able to return this flag. So that
Yes,
is
indeed.
1-1.
Nice capture from AK. There were almost no players from Vavilon there on that side, like with no possibility of returning at all. And we have 2 minutes left, and the score is 1-1. That's a very nice score, actually. Both teams will try to capture a flag right now to take advantage of this round in their favor. Drops have been falling. Yeah.
Yep, the last drops are falling right now, so this is both teams' last opportunity to capture. Pakistani rushing into the Vavilon base with double drops with DA Nitro, but My Life My Rules is there with DA DP, and he's able to clear him very quickly.
ES7 is making an attack there from the right side. Only Lankpov is in the defense, along with ZZ07. It's very interesting right now which team is going to make a push attack.
Well, it looks like All-Kind are
And
going
have
for a
another
push
fight?
with 3 players, and Vavilon are just camping in defense in their base right now. But All-Kind actually have a chance to pull this if they're able to focus on My Life My Rules and kill the Smokey. But it looks like Rules has done a really good job of focusing on the All-Kind players. If he can make Pakistani miss, which he doesn't, but Pakistani's killed by 1. So unless a team is able to make a push really quickly with Nitro in the last 30 seconds, it looks like the first round is going to be tied.
And yes, speaking about that, telling our viewers that both of teams will play like 2 rounds in the new light format, and then 2 rounds in the hard format, and lastly 2 rounds in the medium format. So this was the end of the first round in new light, and looks like it ended as a tie, 1-1 for both teams.
Yeah, tied 1-1. It was a close game. We're really sorry once again that you missed out on the first few minutes of it, and we will make up for it with a great stream today. So as the legend said, we're doing 6 rounds. So the first team to win 4 rounds will win this finals match. And the way the 6 rounds are split up is there are 3 different formats that we're playing. 2 rounds of light format in Barda, as you can see right now. And then we'll have 2 rounds in bridges, hard format. And then, if we need them, 2 rounds of red alert medium to finish it off. And of course, if it's tied at the end of that, we'll do penalty.
Yes, and actually, I'm looking forward for them, like to see how they will manage to play in hard format. As you know, like I guess 2 days ago, there was an update for the drugs, and almost everything has changed, like the tactics and so on, with the medic kit and all of that. So I'm really looking forward to see how are they going to play after all those things have changed. Like it totally changed the hard format way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a great match. These are, of course, 2 of the favorites. Vavilon are one of the best Russian clans, and Alkind are one of the best English clans. So the winner of this is the finals. The winner of this moves on to the grand
It was a
finals.
grand final, yeah.
And what happens in the grand finals is we'll have a team from the losers bracket come up, and the final team in the losers bracket will play the winner of this. But whoever wins here is guaranteed top 3. Excuse me. Whoever loses here is guaranteed top 3, and whoever wins here is guaranteed to paint gladiator. If not,
Or a chance to
acid.
win the acid paint, indeed. And of course, the loser of this match day will still have another chance to get to the grand finals from the loser bracket, and that's the best thing about the double elimination system. So even if it's K or Babylon, they like one of them will still have the chance to go up again. So it's not.
And EA7 with a module and double armor is going into the Alkind base for an early push. On the other end, Kale is also Kale has taken flag. He's one shot with Nitro, but he almost made it out under the bridge. But so far, no good pushes from either team.
So far, there isn't. We can see my life, my rules is to push there with double power and Nitro. He's still full HP so far, but there is no one to support him.
And EA7 has flipped, allowing Governor, but Irwin Fighter has also flipped. So Governor is able to take double armor and double power on the right side of Alkind base, and it looks like it's going to be really tough for Vavilon to go for a push right now with him there.
Pakistani is making a push alone there, having no drops on, and he's really very low in HP. Andre is waiting for him. There's not too much many good attacks are happening so far. Even so, I know we just started, but probably
Yeah,
they are waiting for next drops to fall. Then we will find some like good attacks there, because both of the teams really need to capture flags right now.
yeah. The key to this format, and most formats actually, is attacking together, and I really haven't seen much of any of that in the first round, and only a little bit in the first. Excuse me, in this round, and only a little bit of it in the first round as well. So, hopefully, the teams will improve that a little bit. Governor now with Kali going in for another attack, but Governor's taken out quickly, and it looks like Kali will be. Oh wow! And direct hit has killed 2 of his teammates, and Kali with the module and a Nitro is taking the flag. He's pulling through the.
Actually, he
through
might be
Alkind
able to
base.
escape like when he had full HP, and right now his Nitro is gone, but he made it to his base. Lankbov took the flag. He will try to go capture just if his teammates manage to stop Vavilon from grabbing the other flag. And we can see my life, my rules has already took it, and he's trying to escape. That might be a return if direct hit can make a kill.
Yep, direct hit is able to kill. he made up for killing two of his teammates by taking double drops and going to camp in the all-kind base and returning that flag. And now Mr. I has pulled the flag with My Life, My Rules, the Smoky for Vavilon on the left side, who's going to take the flag now. If one can hold his base,
Only
and he's
Pakistan is
killed.
going
Pakistani going to have double armor now.
but I don't think he would be able to
yeah,
make it on the
Andrei
right time.
Malenko has Nitro, and so that's a capture for Vavilon. That's a big counterattack right there. And despite direct hits, big mistake, they were able to capitalize. Kali, though, is alone in the Vavilon base. My Life, My Rules with Smokey has pulled the flag on the left, and Kali is focused and killed quickly. So this could be a second capture for Vavilon if All-Kind can't recover.
The only mistake I can say from AK tactics today is like they are not doing attacks together. Like not most of the time. It's like being like one by one attacking, which it's not going to work like that. They have to attack in groups, as we see Vavilon are doing.
And EA7 drops off the flag to My Life, My Rules. Lankbov and Erwin Fighter going to try to take the flag. Erwin Fighter now is 2 shots. Oh, and it looks like Erwin Fighter has been flipped with the flag by direct hit. That's a really nice shot by him. And if All-Kind let this flag get returned, it'll be another capture for Vavilon. And there we go. Direct hit has captured a second flag for Vavilon.
Second flag. Vavilon are really doing a great job in this. I mean, like they are playing much better than the first round. Even so, yeah, it ended in a tie, but they are definitely playing better right now.
Yeah, but Erwin Fighter here looks like he's going to have double drops and full health. So Vavilon have to be really careful here. EA7 has pushed on the right side and was able to take the all-kind drops on the right next to the bridge, but and Erwin Fighter is focused really well and killed really quickly. He's 6 shots with double armor, but somehow the Vavilon team is able to focus on him. That's really good communication, right?
Yeah, that's also what I'm looking at. Like AK, even though they are taking the drops, and when they do an attack, it's almost like every time Vavilon are focusing on those people who have the drops on, and they get knocked out so easily and very fast. Like they almost have no chance at all with those drops.
Yeah, and you look right there. Erwin Fighter and Kali, both modules for All-Kind, just got killed really quickly, just by the focus from defense, and that has opened up the EA7's opportunity to pull the flag.
But speaking on the left side, we can see EA7 already is with the 3rd flag over there. But there's no one to support him. But he already got the flag so close to the base. One is there. Direct hit will try to support him with double armor.
Yeah, something that's really important in this map is controlling both of the sides.
Exactly.
Typically, you have 3 players on the right and 3 on the left. And the way both these teams are playing, the Smokey typically is playing on the right side, although My Life, My Rules, I've seen him going for an attack on the left every once in a while, and it's actually worked out really well. I think he pulled the first flag. So that makes it really important to control both sides. And if one team is not able to control, or one of those sides isn't being controlled, then it's really tough for the other side to also be controlled, and it typically results in a capture.
It's a huge downgrade, yes, indeed, and always, like mostly, will end up in a capture because controlling both sides, especially in this kind of maps, like if we are talking about this map here right now, Barda, this is one of the maps which you have to control both sides. Center is not really that important. I mean, like one camper can do the job, but mostly to control both sides will end up in capturing flags.
And Erwin Fighter with camping with double power in Vavilon's base. So Vavilon have to be really careful. As long as their defenders stay alive, they should be good. But Governor is going in for an attack now with double armor and nitro. He's 2 shots, but if Vavilon aren't careful, this could be a pull. However, once again, really great focus by My Life, My Rules, Mr. I, and the other Vavilon players.
Yeah, I guess My Life, My Rules switched in defending right now, even though he's still attacking sometimes, as we can see him right now. But I don't think that they wanna really capture more flags. I could be mistaken, but 2 minutes left and it's 3-0 already. It's very very hard for AK to capture
Yeah.
3 or 4 flags. That's almost impossible in this kind of battle.
Typically in Barda, what the Smoky does is he tries to control the other team's spawns. And what I mean by that is, as we've seen, My Life My Rules is meant to push on the right side, and Irwin Fighter as well is supposed to push on the right side and try to get into the enemy team's spawns and camp there, and make it really difficult for them to respawn. Because of course the respawns in Barda are far away from the flag.
Yeah.
So if he's able to kill their respawns, and the other side, the other 3 players on the other side are able to kill the defenders, and that's an automatic capture, if not more.
Oh, true, or at least knocking off their aim with a huge damage because there is no defense, no resistance from Smokey at all. Looks like Ufa is now using Smokey. Like I guess he switched with My Life My Rules, and we have like 1 minute left. So I don't know if that's going to make any difference, but okay, changes are always welcome.
Yeah, I don't know what the decision for that was. Perhaps My Life My Rules lagged a little
Lagged
bit.
out, maybe.
Yeah, I don't really know. But there's really not much time left. There's only 30 seconds, and Allkind can't capture 3 flags. So I think this second round is going to go to Vavilon,
Yes, and
with a round score of 1-0 now.
1-0 after 2 rounds in the new life format. So we will be moving on to the format which I am waiting for like badly today, which is the hard format. Which map are they going to play at? I guess I just forgot.
They are playing Bridges.
Oh, Bridges hard format. Yeah.
So here's something interesting about hard format. Let's focus on hard before we reflect on the light format that we just saw. So in hard format, the teams are playing 8v8, whereas in all the other formats in this tournament, the teams play 6v6. And in hard format, something that we haven't seen before is that the micro upgrades are on, which gives a big advantage to any team that has
more
a
micro
good
upgrades.
garage.
Yeah.
Right. So alterations are also on, and of course the new drugs, the new supplies system has just come out. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these teams are able to play, because while the tactics, the strategy is really open in terms of there's so many hulls and turrets that you can use because it's hard format. It's going to be really interesting to see how the new update, as well as the upgrades for each team, restrict what they use.
Yeah, so looking about them, like the hard format itself is where everything is allowed to use. It's like the best format in this kind of stuff. And like looking at those teams, applying how is the new system of drugs or supplies is going to be used at that is going to be very very effective for people who are watching the stream and for other esports players as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, that probably might be the first stream hard format esports match with the new supply system. So this game is going to be one of a kind, actually.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how these teams adapt. Right, we've never seen this type of format, as you said. So I think it's going to be a really exciting match.
Yeah.
One thing to note, I don't know if everyone watching the stream knows exactly how the new update works, but the new health kit is changed.
Totally.
It's very changed, and it's affected the gameplay in a big way, and I'll explain how. So the health kit now restores instantly 1,000 hit points, which is about a third. That's exactly a third of a fully micro upgraded Viking.
Medium tank, yeah.
Yeah, a medium tank fully upgraded is 3,000 hit points.
Yes.
So a health kit immediately restores a third of that. Um, However, and then after that, over the next 3 seconds, it restores the next um,
3,000
3,000 hit
points.
points.
Yes.
However, if damage is done to the tank while that healing is happening, the healing
It stops
immediately
recovering,
stops.
and that's like the worst thing for that update. Actually, I mean, because like speaking about like normal gaming style, you will be always getting shot anyway, especially in a 1v1 compact fight. Like using a medic kit, it will just give you, in most of the cases, just 1,000 hit points, because you will not find a way at all like to hide and like take a cover, not getting shot to get the rest of the points. So yeah, that's the most bad thing in this update.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really interesting gameplay because what happens is whichever team can use turrets that are like twins, Vulcan, Firebird,
And
Freeze, Isida
freeze, see them,
that
yeah.
they deal damage like really quickly. So every quarter of a second, for example, Isida, Firebird, Freeze deal damage, and I think the same is true for twins. And Vulcan actually, I think, is even faster than that. So what that means is when someone tries to use health kit and they're being shot by a freeze or a firebird, for example, um, then the health kit only heals about 1,000 hit points, maybe a little bit more than that, before it stops working because damage is still being done. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these teams can adapt to that and use that either to their advantage or perhaps use it against the other team. And I think it's going to be cool to see.
Yes,
So
indeed.
it really the hard format nowadays really gives a little bit of a boost to short range turrets like Freeze, Firebird, Ista, as well as the other two turrets, Twins uh, and Vulcan that we mentioned.
Yeah. So speaking about the format itself, all the turrets are allowed, all the halves are allowed. You can use medium tanks, heavy tanks, whatever you want. All protections are allowed except unique ones, Spectrum, MA, MB, or MC, and no more than 3 short-range guns to be used per team, which are Zeta, Firebird, and Freeze. And those
So
are like the top 3 guns which deal like damage in order to stop the healing of the medic kit.
yeah, and one other thing is uh, Striker. When it's being shot with a barrage of 4 missiles, it also only allows about 1,000 hit points to be healed because the missiles come in so quickly. If someone is using health kit while they're being shot by the striker, and someone without striker protection is actually can be killed very quickly. I think a striker
Well, a striker, the micro upgraded, can kill a Viking, or a medium tank,
in four
M4 medium
shots.
tank, yes, in 4 shot. And in case of a heavy tank, it will be always like 4 missiles, like for a full round of striker, and then one more shot to
Yeah.
kill the heavy tank. And
Although
speaking, sorry to interrupt you. Speaking about that, like almost all the hard format matches which we saw, we almost see none of the teams are using striker or Magnum.
Well,
What do you
I
think
will
about that?
not be surprised if Allkind use a Magnum. And I say that because Calais right now is using Magnum, and he actually has Magnum, Viking, and Ursa TH, which is a protection for Magnum, fully micro upgraded. So I will not be surprised if he is using it. And we also saw him using it in the arena, which you guys should check out. It's on our channel if you are interested in that.
And the
Um,
forum as well, in case you wanna get back to it.
yeah, so I think I will not be at all surprised if I see Calais using Magnum, and to be honest, I won't be surprised if Allkind also use a striker. It's a pretty open map, so that allows a a lot of it allows for striker to lock on to someone pretty easily in a map this big.
Well, striker should be like good to be used here on this map, and it's easier as well compared to Magnum. But Magnum is really very hard gun to be used. Even so, yes, it's so powerful. It's over it's so OP. But the worst thing is you need lots of experience in order to know how to use it. But if it's used in the right hands, it can deal lots of damage. And as we see previously from the arena, as you said, Kali knows how to use Magnum so well. So we are expected to see that this match right now, and hopefully I can see someone use a striker.
Yeah, I'm excited. One interesting tidbit is that now that supplies have been diminished to just 30 seconds and cooldowns have been increased to 30 seconds, it'll be interesting to see if heavy hulls are actually going to be used at all. And I won't be surprised if there are no Titans or Mammoths in the entire map. And the reason for that is a Titan or a Mammoth, a heavy hull, is typically meant to sit right near the flag, and and he'll have an Isida behind him, perhaps healing him. But now that he won't have drugs for more than for 30 seconds at a time, I think neither team will probably um, use heavy hulls just because it'll be very easy to kill them, especially with the medic kit being pretty much useless. It'll be interesting to see. So I don't think there will be any heavy hulls in this match.
Actually, I don't know, but there really should be a heavy hull. At least one for the defense side.
Yeah,
No,
well the
to
thing
stay
is
next to the flag.
he'll be
Yeah,
killed as soon as he's out of drugs. He'll be killed because Isda can only do so much in healing, and the health kit doesn't really help him very much, especially if the other team is attacking with strong attackers like a Freeze or a Firebird, as we mentioned before.
yeah, but
So
but like I have something to add in your point. You're saying yeah he can get knocked out very easily, but speaking that if it's a heavy tank, it's let's say it have 4k health points, 4,000. So when you're using medic kit, it will just give you 1,000. Okay, but in the other side, you have more hit points to survive even more. Like if you're using a medium tank, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I guess heavy hulls with full health have 1,000 hit points extra, um, but well, we'll see. I would say the pushing power that's good for blocking the flag um,
Yeah.
is perhaps would be um, better as a dictator, which moves a little bit faster. So if the heavy hull dies, um, then or is out of drugs, he can self-destruct, and then he can get back to base with full drugs as soon as possible. Whereas heavy
Yeah.
hulls will take a lot longer than a dictator or Viking would to get back to base.
Yeah, and as we are about to start, let's talk a little bit about the protections both teams are using. Um, I can see like some of them are taking some protections out of rail, because yeah, rail you have to take protection out of that.
Yeah,
And
actually, from Vavilon, I don't see any protections. Um, Callie has dropped 2 gold boxes, perhaps as a distraction.
well, what a nice way of distraction, but distraction in the first few seconds, I don't think this might work actually. I'm sure
Perhaps,
Vavilon are
perhaps
not
he
going to
meant to
go
lay
for
a
0 goals.
mine. And actually, I can see direct hit is not using any protection. He's using the 0 protection module. That is not a good idea. I don't know why he's doing that. Doesn't seem to make sense. But
I guess he forgot. Maybe he didn't notice that he doesn't have protection on. Maybe he needs to like one of his teammates to tell him or one of the referees. I don't really know, but I guess someone have to tell him.
and Irwin Fighter pulling the flag with Firebird Viking, but he's out of
Oh,
drugs, so it looks like yes, that is returned very quickly by 1. So Vavilon, I don't see any heavy hulls. I see 8 Vikings, but from it looks like ZZZ is using Mammoth and Smoky. So it'll be interesting to see which works better. 8 Vikings
Actually,
or
from my experience, that combo is definitely the best in drug games or in hard format battles.
but as
Because
you just saw, he got killed almost
yeah,
instantly by
but
twins and hammer when he was out of
because his
drugs.
drugs, yes, exactly. Any tank would be killed like so fast if it's run out of drugs, and that's what will happen most of the days now after the new system. Because like
Of
just
course, but he
having
spawns
30
all the way
seconds,
on the left side of his base, which
yeah,
makes it
and
very
that's
difficult for him to get back to base. And
exactly
as a
true.
result, Vavilon are pulling the flag now, with I Mr. I taking the flag, and he has an Isida behind him. He's low health, but he drops it off to EA7, um, who's going into his base. It looks like he has protection from both the twins, both. Oh, and it's
Oh, the
returned.
flag was returned by Lankpov because he was up on him. Well, very nice. We can see on the other side the flag is grabbed by Criminal Life. He was almost half HP there. Erwin is going to support him, blocking I, Mr. I from down. We can see
And I
one.
Mr. I takes that health, but as we saw, that health kit was essentially useless, because
Exactly.
Irwin Fighter's using hammer, or excuse me, Firebird.
Firebird, like
And Vavilon are
executing
unable
directly.
to return the flag. Irwin Fighter is taking the flag. He's going to be out of drugs in a few seconds, but he does have an Ista following him. Vavilon on the other side are pulling the flag now, but it looks like they're all low health, and Callie with that Magnum is able
And
to kill him really quickly. But
Zyricane is
ZZZ
still
cannot
there.
return, and EA7 now has, wow, another Magnum shot by Callie, and that is a capture for
It's
Allkind.
capture for AK. Amazing, actually. Well, I can say that Babylon have wasted mate chance there. I don't know, like of use, like if they are not using the drops which are falling correctly because they missed the medic kit which falls on the bridge many times, or they missed the flag at some points, as we saw like few seconds ago. But overall, great performance here from AK, delivering the first flag here in hard format, and we know capturing flags in hard format is really hard thing to do.
And EA7 is picking flag. He only has double armor, but Ofa does have Isida behind him. Ofa is killed pretty quickly though, and Allkind are able to return. It looks like Allkind have 6 players on the right side.
All of them are gathered on the right side, yes, and their mammoth is like struggling around in the center, going back to his side because most of his respawns are back on the left, as you're saying, and yeah. Actually, if he was using a Titan, that would been better choice for him instead of Mammoth.
Although Mammoth does have much better push power than Titan does, so perhaps that's the reason.
Yeah, but from the side, like to face, Titan is much better. And let me tell you something. You know what tank is better at pushing better than Mammoth and Titan? Well, Dictator. It's Dictator.
Yep, and I don't see either team using a Dictator.
Using any, yes, and I don't know why, but that's the problem. Like most of the people, they don't know like how advantage or how good Dictator can be in hard format battles. That's why they end up in using Vikings and Hunters at some cases. So yeah.
And it looks like all 3 of the Allkind defenders are out of drugs. This is an opportunity for Vavilon to pull the flag. They're going in with an attack of 3 players.
Ufa
Ofa
still
and
there healing
EA7
him
both
with
there.
Isida.
And if
If
they
he
can kill
managed to escape
Calais,
from here, yeah. Oh,
and Ofa now taking the flag, I believe he already used, and
that
he's
Ufa is
pulling the
lagging a
flag
little
now.
bit.
But Tint comes in from behind and is able to kill him. That was a good attack there, but I think more than 3 in attack is going to be very important for Vavilon. Of course, there are still 9 minutes left as the rounds are 15 minutes long, so
Yeah.
it should not be too difficult for Vavilon to come back from the 1-0 down.
And Kelly is being like from my side, I can see like Kelly is being the best player so far at AK side because he's using Magnum. He knows how to use it, how to play with it. And if I'm not mistaken, none of Vavilon players are using Magnum protection, which is like working so good for him.
So Irwin Fighter and Tint going in for the flag. They have some backup from Criminal Life and Governor. And this might be a pulled flag if Vavilon aren't able to recover here. Irwin Fighter, once again, that
Oh,
Firebird is
nice
really
kill by
effective.
Kelly. Yeah.
And Ofa coming in, but ZZZ is there, and it looks like so Irwin Fighter's dropped off Pakistani, but Pakistani uses health really early, and Ofa lagged a little bit and is killed pretty quickly. So that was a good health kit by Pakistani, who's using Isida.
Yeah, and I managed to get the flag to Vavilon base, but right now they need to return, which might take time or like it's right now the time at the part of the match where
Vavilon
Tint
have a
will try
chance to
to
return,
return,
and they
and
do, and
it
it's a
was
capture.
returned. Nice, nice.
So
Actually,
it's
I looked
1-1.
there before it gets returned. The flag with the mammoths, but I saw like there were like 4 or 3 people shooting at him. Like there's no way to survive that.
Yeah, although there were a couple of all kind of players near him, but they were not able to take the flag or help out soon enough.
Is it the time for tanky developers to make a new tank for us which have 5k points?
I don't know. Just make a god mode on hull
Yeah.
that has like 10k protection and the speed of Wasp.
Yeah, actually, if they introduce for us this new overdrive, they should make another overdrive with the ability of making you, let's say, god mode on for 1 minute or something.
Actually, I think you need to watch the vlog, but I think they mentioned something like that.
I did invincibility. It's like, but I don't know if I was mistaken, but I guess they will like introduce 6 new features for each tank.
I think it's one new feature for each hull.
Yes, 1 new feature for each hull. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, Irwin Fighter going in for an attack. He's alone, but the only players in def for Vavilon are 1 and EA7. 1 is reloading right now with Hammer, and Calais is there to help out Irwin Fighter, but 1 is able to make a nice shot. Tint almost got there in time, but he was his driving was knocked off by the Hammer shot from 1.
Ufa is trying to help ES7 to escape, thereby Isida blocking. He managed to escape, but he's almost like 0 HP. But what a nice respawn there from Free right on the flag.
Yeah, and Free's now full health and full drugs for another 25 seconds, so unless All
Actually,
Kind can
that
come in really
yeah,
from behind, Callie coming in from behind and is killed before he can kill
that makes
Free.
it nice second capture for Vavilon.
No more golds falling in the map. Perhaps Callie wants to drop another.
Yeah, maybe,
It
or
seemed
maybe
like
he
at the
ran out of
beginning when he
gold.
dropped golds, it was working a lot better for Vavilon than it is now. And I'm
Maybe he
seeing a
ran
lot
out.
of one-man attacks from direct hit, which I'm really not liking. It's really not all that effective. But now EA7 and
Especially if he's using freeze, like freeze. Freeze should never attack alone. It would be like totally useless.
yeah, although I do see, I mean, it's tough for Vavilon to attack right now because I see about 5 or 6 players from Allkind playing on the right side of the Allkind base.
Yeah. So speaking about that, what's your favorite position and favorite gun in this kind of hard formats?
Well, I would say that. Oh, and Callie drops another gold.
Another goal.
Perhaps he's trying to help out Allkind again. Yeah, and Vavilon are pulling now. I Mr. I has the flag, but Callie's coming in from behind. Callie with that Magnum is doing a lot of damage, but I Mr. I now uses health. Callie once again a nice shot on the flag, but Ofa now has the flag with Isida, which is really strong. And that might be another capture for
It is the
Vavilon.
third
And it
capture
is.
for Vavilon. Nice.
Yeah, and I'm really starting to question the defense of Allkind. It looks like they have a nice tactic going, but they're really not playing very well because they're all using drugs at the same time, and so they all run out of drugs at the same time, which is really important to make sure you don't do that in a hard format match.
Exactly. It's not all the team should use it at the same time, and you shouldn't use all of your drugs as soon as you respawn as well. Yes, I know in some cases you have to, but mostly the best idea it should be like to use at least Nitrand armor, like trying to get closer to the enemy base and then using your double power. That is the most effective way, at least the way I know.
And what I'm seeing out of Vavilon is they're actually pushing on the right side of the red base and trying to stop the all-kind attack in their own base. But it's really not working, as we see Irwin Fighter going with Tint, and Free was the only player in def. So Irwin Fighter and Tint pulling flag. But on the other side, A7 once again has taken the flag. I think him and Ofa are always attacking together, and it's been really effective.
Yeah, you see the attacking was done, which like makes good hit points can actually work so fast. And I just saw that direct hit just got flipped for the second time.
Yeah, it's. I'm not sure that all of the players from either of these teams are play hard format all the time. It looks like some of them aren't super experienced with it. And Vavilon got another capture there because Allkind really didn't take care of their flag enough. And once again, Lacoste is now taking the flag. Nice shot there by Calais, doing a lot of damage, and Lacoste is now low, but he has an Isida behind him. Ofa doing really good job with Isida.
Yes.
And he
Well,
now drops off to EA7, who's full drugs, and that looks like another capture for
the
Vavilon.
capture of 5-1, that's amazing. And we have 2 minutes left. Looks like AK are having a little bit lack of communication. I don't see much communication is going there. I'm not saying like random playing, but yeah, like lack of communication is definitely noticeable over there.
Although, right now, Allkind's now pulling the flag, and I don't really see much of an attack coming from Vavilon except for Ofa, who's killed once again, has killed the mammoth by himself, and with basically full health. So I'm really starting to think that the mammoth in def isn't a very good idea for Allkind. It hasn't suited them very much.
Well, it could have worked well, maybe because he's using Smokey. I guess Twins should have been better, but because this is a bigger map, so they use Smokey. But anyway, like you
A
have to
nice
keep
shot there from Calais, killing the flag. Ofa had no drugs, and so that's a one shot from Magnum, and Calais placing a nice shot on the flag, killing him and returning.
Yes. Also, like speaking about the turrets being used, we can say that there are some guns which are like being totally abandoned. Like no one is using Vulcan, no one is using Striker. What else is not being used? A shaft as well, but like shaft is not being the best gun to be used over here. So in order, like, okay, if they want to keep like playing in the second round, having the mammoth option on, they either should like put it with twins or just change the mammoth itself because looks like it's not working at all.
Yeah. Vavilon now, well, only 20 seconds left. I don't think either team is really playing right now anymore. But Vavilon have taken the third round of this finals match, and so that gives them a score of 2-0 in rounds.
Um, well, that was a very nice score, 5-1 in a hard format from like top, like from uh, clans of two clans of the top clans in the game. So yeah, that was a very nice score actually. Looking
Yeah, so
forward to the second round. Let's see, but AK definitely will have to make a change. Change in the tactic, change in the turrets being used, and probably in the protections as well.
well, the red flag is a little bit more out in the open, so it's possible that they'll decide not to use a mammoth anymore. Although seeing as they used a mammoth the entire game last game and didn't even adjust at all, I'll be surprised if they do. One tactical difference between the two teams is that Ofa is the only Isida for Vavilon, and Vavilon are using both a freeze and um, actually now it looks like they've changed. I only see two short range turrets from Vavilon. I only see a freeze and an Isida, but Perhaps they want
Probably
to.
they will change because
Yeah, they'll
they are
probably
just allowed
change
to use
and
3. Yeah,
yeah.
we can see like lots of railguns, like I'm Mr. I. Actually, let's talk a little bit about the turrets being used. We can see there's Thunder, 2 railguns, 1 Hammer, 1 Esida,
Yeah.
and E7 is using Esida as well. Oh, interesting.
So he just changed from twins to Isida. And it'll be interesting to see. No, actually, E7 is using twins still. But Ofa is using Isida.
Oh, yes. And AK are using Firebird, Twins,
Looks like
Esida.
they have a shaft now. A shaft and a
Oh,
Magnum on the same team.
Razor Sharp that just got the shaft. Interesting.
So that might be used in defense. Because a shaft can one-shot a Viking at
Any
full.
medium tank was one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And if it was the other alteration, I forgot what it's really called, but that alteration, if I'm not wrong, it can kill a heavy tank in one shot as well.
And so ZZZ has changed from Mammoth and is now using Viking Hammer. So perhaps all kind have learned from their mistakes, and we might have a better match now.
Yes, interesting. We can see actually Kali is attacking with a Magnum as long with Tent using Esida.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting because previous round he was just standing on the defense. So maybe he now is going to the attack side. I don't know.
And Irwin Fighter is doing a lot of damage. He only has DP, but that still did a lot of damage. And that opens up the opportunity for Pakistani to pull the flag, but he doesn't have health. And so Vavilon do a good job of clearing that first attack from all kind. And now actually Free just self-destructed, which is really something that I was emphasizing before, and it's really important in terms of keeping your defenders full drugs. And that's one of the things you can't do with a Mammoth or a Titan in defense. So I think that's a really good decision.
Oh, interesting thing over there was looking at Razor Sharp standing with the shaft, and just right before he makes his shot to kill I Mr. I, he was like his gun was knocked out to the right side.
Yeah, that's a weakness of Shaft. It
Yes,
can be difficult to
aim.
keep your aim if
Yeah,
someone's trying to shoot you.
yeah. Probably he will change it if he looks like it's not being effective. I don't know. As well, anyway, like in hard format, both teams have abilities to change at any time they want.
So
Yeah.
now I see 2 freezes and an Isida from Vavilon. So you were right, they did change. Andre Yarmolenko and Lacoste are the 2 freezes.
I don't know why they're like why two fears and one Esida. Like why they're not using fire. Actually, fire makes more damage than freeze.
Yeah, I believe fire does more damage, not because of the normal damage, but because of the burning effect.
Of the
The
burning
burning
damage.
effect adds damage on
Yes,
top of the regular
if it's
damage.
used
So
with the high comp tanks alteration as well.
yeah, although I'm not sure. It looks like Irwin Fighter isn't using that alteration, which decreases the amount of like damage in the
Shooting time.
tank by a lot. And
Yeah.
EA7 with Ofa now pulling the flag. Ofa using Isida, he's killed pretty quickly, but EA7 is has taken the health kit and is half health now. Tint pursuing from behind. EA7 needs to drop off. Nice shot by Kali, who came in from behind. And Mr. I is killed,
Oh,
and
and
that's a
Kali
good
has
return
just
by
returned
Vavilon.
the flag. Nice.
But one is pulling the flag now. No one else. One is in all kind base. But one is flipped by the twins by Lankbov, and that's a nice play by Lankbov there.
Well, we can see
Just for
Ofa
the
attacking
viewers.
with I'm Mr. I.
Oh yeah, you're right. And
He
all
managed to
kind
escape the flag there.
ZZZ has dropped the flag in his own base to Uh-oh. There's a lot of
This
both
looks
teams right there, and
promising.
it looks like
Lots
Vavilon
of
are able
freezes
to
and
return.
fires being shot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you said for the viewers.
Yeah, so just for the viewers to know, if Vavilon win this round, then they actually win the finals and they move on to the grand finals. So, but if they tie, they have to play another round. And if
Another
all
round.
kind,
It will be in the medium format.
Wow. 6 players from all kind going for the return. And it looks like Vavilon have all died. However,
Oh, it
ZZZ
was
jumps
returned
down, takes a
already.
double armor in the center. That's
And
that's good use of drops. You don't see that very often in hard format.
yes,
Um,
yes, indeed. ES7 is trying to escape there. I guess he's not using the twins alteration. He's damaging himself, or maybe I'm not. But he already is far away now. Oh,
but he
that was
flips,
a
and it looks like
fail.
Callie will be able to return. This could be another capture for this could be a capture for all kind, and they might capture the first flag once again.
Oh,
And
that.
Free returns
Did
the
you just
flag.
see that? He just returned it 1 second, or less than 1 second away from
A
capturing.
millisecond. That was so
Yes.
close.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's one of the definitely one of the highlights of this map.
Yeah, that's
This round,
that's
I mean. That's what we should see. It's hard format after all.
yeah. If
Anything
Free
is
had missed
possible.
even one of those shots with twins, that wouldn't have been a
Twin.
return.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've noticed both Free and EA7 are using twins, and twins is doing actually a good amount of damage, even though all kind have a fair amount of protection from it. ZZZ now coming in for an attack. Andrei Yarmolenko with Freeze is the only one in base, but ZZZ is out of DP and DA, so it looks like he won't go far.
Yeah, lots of people are there. Cali with his Magnum as well. It's amazing, really, how all of his shots, almost all of them, are correct and hits target with full HP amount. So yeah, and you were speaking about twins. Like twins is one of the best guns in hard format. Just unlimited fire, and just keep shooting with high damage,
Yeah,
and
I
with a
believe it
fast
does
tank
about
works
60
well.
damage per second. Or 600, excuse me, which is
Well,
almost as much as Freeze and Firebird, which are closer to 700.
yes, yes. Most of the cases, like you are shooting another tank with double armor on, so mostly will be dealing like 200 or 210 HP
Well,
in
the
the
other tank
shot.
has double armor, but you also have double power. So,
Yes.
and there's about 4 shots second, I believe. The reload is 0.25 seconds. Vavilon's defense is really strong, even though they're only really defending with 4 players.
Well, they are attacking and defending at the
And right
same
as
time.
I say that, ZZZ is pulling the flag with Hammer, and I don't see anyone from Vavilon around him except for EA7 and Andrei Yarmolenko, who are now coming in from the center. Andrei Yarmolenko is still there. ZZZ is
Oh,
out of drugs now, but is there with Isida, so perhaps he'll be able to survive a little bit longer.
but I don't think he might escape because he doesn't have aim drops on, and Ethan is running after him with twins. And
But
is it?
Calais kills EA7, and Calais now
Oh,
takes the flag. This could be a capture, unless Vavilon are able to pull it. And Free is very low health. Ofa and Andrei Yarmolenko are coming in now.
yes. And
Callie
by the
needs to get
way,
away from there quickly.
I
There are
don't know if you
4 Vavilon.
noticed, but you could see right now that Razor Sharp changed shaft and is now using Striker. Amazing that the
Yeah.
first time to see someone Striker using Striker tonight.
Oh, and this could be. It is returned by Lacoste. One of those parts of the updates is that that the corpse only stays there for 1.5 seconds, as to 3.5 seconds. Oh, and Irwin Fighter is able to deal a lot of damage on My Life, My Rules with Firebird, and is able to return from the counterattack. But
Yeah.
Free now pulling the flag with twins, and I don't see anyone from all kind around him. On the other end, though, Irwin Fighter also pulling flag, and he drops off to Tint, who's using Isida.
Oh, Tin just got killed, and that can be actually a return
And
from
it is
Andre.
returned by
Yes.
Andrei Yarmolenko, and that is a capture by Ofa, who is low health right there. If he had been shot one more time, he would have been dead.
Mm-hmm. Well, as you said earlier, if Babylon manage to win this round as well, then they will go ahead to the grand finals, and that will be like the winner of this match day, which is the finals. And AK would still have a chance going back to the grand finals from the loser bracket, so it's not the end for them yet. ZZ07 was trying to make an attack there, Now the flag is with the striker, escaping alone, but very low on HP.
And he drops it off to Callie, who's using Magnum, which is not a very good weapon to use right
Just
there.
looking forward.
Yeah, he can't turn around and shoot the guys chasing him. But it might be that looks like
Oh,
it's a
it is a
capture because of
capture,
the
actually.
Isida from Tint.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it's tied 1-1.
Yeah, you
5
don't see
minutes left
often
though.
like
Plenty can happen.
Magnum capturing flags.
Yeah.
But still, we have 5 minutes left. Anything can happen. Probably one or two more flags can be captured. From which side, I don't know. Right now, I'm confused. I don't know. Both teams are playing very good, almost the same. So it's really hard to notice or hard to know which one can win this round. Mr. I managed to get the flag. Lacoste is there to help him. Oh, but very, very nice return there by Langfall. Um, we can see that Razor Sharp is doing actually a nice shot with a nice damage with Striker. He's not using the full knockout damage, but just shooting single shots. Pakistani is with the flag there, and that can be the second capture for AK. But oh, Ufa returned the flag. Amazing, amazing. Wow, that should have been an attack, but Vavilon really managed. Like there were like four or three people there, and it was very hard for them to capture. Um, looks like Vavilon are not keeping up with the defense right now. But instead they are attacking, but not going so well with the attack as well. ES7 is attacking along there, but as always, Cali and Governor, they are really doing a good job in defense and on attack as well. Because sometimes you see Cali attacking with Magnum. 3 minutes left, almost 4 minutes left. Lankbov is escaping with a flag from the center, but Ufa is there too. Oh, he was just knocked out. And it was a return by Andre. Andre, I have to say, he's a very good player using freeze. Like he knows how to use it. Like he's very experienced with using freeze. Um, almost no one in the base of Vavilon. No attack from AK side at all. But on the other side, we can see there is a huge attack from Vavilon on AK's base. But that wasn't enough to grab the flag and get out with it. They're saying here right now, like the way in order to win this round, is trying to use turrets which deal like damage to most of the players, and just to weaken their HP and use the medic. But we know that the medic just gets you 1000 points, so it's not really that useful anyway. Maybe before it was, but right now it isn't. It's more like not a lifesaver anymore, just like a boost to keep you alive for just a few seconds more. When Fighter is making an attack there with E7, E7 is there to stop him. But oh, my life move there. We need to see an attack. Ufa is taking the flag, grabbing it with Isida. Only Mr. I is there to help him. But Kali, with his high damage Magnum, of course, took out Ufa so easy. Um, Erwin Fighter is trying to escape with the flag. Oh, he managed to, and Tent is there to heal him. What a nice support there. He's almost fully healed. Actually, he ran out of drugs. Oh, the flag should actually be returned. If it gets returned right now, it will be the second capture for AK. Um, both teams are doing huge push-up attacks right now. Lankbov is sitting there with flag. Uva is going for him with the Sida. If he can use his medic at the right time, can this be a return? Oh, that was a return and the nice capture for Vavilon. Nice, 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 really. We can see Kali is going there with the flag. But he lost his drop. He dropped it for Erwin Fighter. Andre and My Life, My Rules are going there. That should be a return, and that was a nice return. 20 seconds are left. Free is escaping with the flag. He is there, but he knows that there is not enough time to capture. But as